Good morning, Zio here, and today I need more coffee. Anyway, today we're talking about the problems with World of Warcraft, and today's topic, Legendaries. So, grab yourself some coffee, sit back, relax, and let's get into it, shall we? But yeah, Legendaries. Make Legendaries legendary again. That's what I got to say about that. So, Blizzard, World of Warcraft. One of the other problems that I have with the game is Legendaries at the moment. See, at one point in time, a Legendary used to mean something. It was something that was worth getting, right? It was something worth seeking out, something hard to obtain, something when you had it was a feat in itself that you could, use to gloat and all this other stuff and show off and things like that. And just to take a quick look, I'm talking about legendary items like weapons, armor, that sort of thing. More notably weapons, not legendary items as in something that is like an enchanted elemental bar or something like that, even though getting the ability to create such a thing was a feat in its own self. But yeah, I'm talking about just your standard run-of-the-mill legendaries like Thunder Fury, Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. All right, somebody can type it. But yeah, there was a few legendaries throughout the game. There wasn't exactly like, you'd have an expansion, there was a legendary for every class or anything. And, I was totally fine with that. But it actually meant something when you saw somebody walking around with double Warglaives of Azeroth, right? When they have the main hand and the offhand version of it. And it actually meant something at one point in time. But today in this day and age, just a quick overview of the legendaries right here that were obtainable for one reason or another. These here from the eye, however, I don't actually add in this list because these are part of the fight, right? When you get to a certain part of the fight, they'll drop and everyone is supposed to pick these up. And they're only available during the fight. And the Burning Crusade, the main ones was the Warglaives here in this bow. And I remember when a friend of mine actually got said bow. Wait, was it the bow? No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Warglaives. A friend of mine got the Warglaives. Wow, it's been a long time. But yeah, he attained both his Warglaives, and it was amazing. But back in the day, there wasn't a whole lot in the name of legendaries for you to gain. And they actually meant something. In today's day and age, of course, this list ends at Warlords of Draenor, probably for a reason. But let's go up here and we'll take a look. We'll get Cataclysm and I'm sorry, yeah, I don't know why it ends there, but yeah, this is when legendaries became not so legendary anymore. It was back in the day of Mist of Pandaria, as far as I can remember anyway, because then suddenly everybody had a legendary, right? You couldn't, if you were trying to do a raid or something, you're coming in, the thing they would ask is, do you have your cape? Right? Do you have your back piece? Because the back piece was given to you through a quest chain, and it allowed you to do the things that you needed to do. You had to have the back in order to participate in that day and age of things. And of course, you go on, and then you had the rings. So there was also rings that then did the same thing that was done in the same vein of the capes. Right, for Warlords of Draenor. And then Legion came about. So Legion came about, and there was a legendary for absolutely anything and everything at this point. This was the time where you got a legendary, you got a legendary, you got a legendary, everybody gets a legendary, and you don't have to do jack shit to do it. You just had to participate. And essentially what would happen is you got 4 random legendaries pretty much guaranteed by just playing the game at that point. And then, of course, beyond that, if you didn't get the one that you needed, you would see a lot of top guilds and stuff re-roll their characters completely, re-roll them just so they can get a chance to get the legendary they absolutely needed to have you know, because after getting the first 4, there was supposed to be like this convoluted math thing that gave a chance, and it was just really, really hard to get beyond the first 4 that it gave you. The first 4, super simple, easy to get. And of course, if you didn't get what you needed, you re-rolled your character for the top end guilds. So this is where legendaries completely became meaningless in the game, and I hate that. It is one of my other pet peeves. It's the fact that legendary doesn't mean jack anymore. Everybody's got a legendary. And I mean, just look at this list. Look at this list of all the random shit that you could get, right? There's no working for it or anything. It was just boom, you wound up with it, right? And it doesn't stop there. And this is champion equipment. I don't care about any of that, of course. But yeah, then you get to Battle for Azeroth. And of course, it brings back legendaries as well. Not as prevalent as, say, you know, Legion's legendaries were, but you did wind up with a particular back that came from a quest reward, you know, making it completely, you know, not legendary, right? It was no longer a legendary thing, in my opinion. And then, of course, we have the Shadowlands, the current expansion right now, which comes back to Legion Legendaries. The only difference now between now and Legion's Legendaries is the fact that you have to go find these memories, which, of course, have drops off of a certain boss, which aren't really that hard to get. You know, they come from certain kinds of content. Whether you want to do it or not, you just have to go hunt them down, get the memories, and then you craft your legendary so you can put whatever it is you want on boots, leggings, arms, bracers, whatever it is that you want to put it on, and roll from there. So it's similar to you know, the Legion and the amount of legendaries that are available, except for now you have the ability to craft them however you see fit on whatever piece of armor that you want it to see fit, and this needs to stop. Like, seriously, Blizzard, stop this here. Make legendaries legendary again. You know, the fact that I can going into expansion, that there's going to be at least one legendary that is going to be a prerequisite in order to even attempt to raid or to be on like some kind of PvP team or something, that they're going to be like, yeah, you got your cloak, you got your ring, you know, you've got your legendary, you got your Lego, right? You know, they call them Legos now, because I mean, they say it's short for, you know, legendary or whatnot lingo, right? But everybody's going to have one, right? You got your Lego, you piece it together, you build it, you do what you want to do, and get the memory that you want to put on it. And, you know, you roll with it. But you got to have it, right? You got to have it. And, of course, what made me really think about it, it's looking at that point, the 9.2 patch notes where it's like double legendary. And it's like, oh, wow, thanks, Blizzard, double legendaries. How about you just make legendaries legendary again, instead of just, you know, pushing a legendary out there on people. But yeah, that's my gripe with that. Too many legendaries. Bring it back. There's no reason for any of this right here. You wasted so much development time on developing all of this crap that, for the most part, most of it isn't even viable. I mean, seriously. And then, of course, that goes back to the whole Blizzard wanting to blame other people, right? Because they'll blame Icy Veins is why they can't properly balance anything and this, that, and the other. When in reality, the reason behind it is, well, you tied everything to player power, right? So, you know, everything isn't, you know, it's not, that's why you can't get it balanced and why there's a best in slot for everything when it comes to it. Like, you know, you get legendaries, you go look at warriors, there's going to be a warrior best in slot legendary that you need to build, you know, create or whatnot and slap on them in order to be min-maxing correctly, and stuff like that. But yeah, too many legendaries. That's my gripe. Anyway, let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you later. See ya!
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a comment, smash that like button, and always subscribe. for more. And of course, there are other videos floating around somewhere on the screen, so click one of those and see if you can find something that suits your fancy. Till then, I'll see you later. Bye.